In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to record a reimbursable expense in QuickBooks Online. To start this process, we'll need to log in to your QuickBooks account. Head over to quickbooks.com and enter your account credentials to access your dashboard. Once logged in, the next step is to navigate to the Expenses section. You can find this option on the left side menu bar of your screen. By clicking on Expenses, you'll enter a space dedicated to managing all your financial outflows. Now, let's create a new transaction. Click the button labeled New Transaction to begin recording an expense you wish to be reimbursed for. From the menu that appears, choose the option that simply says Expense. This is where we'll input specific details about the purchase or service that you're documenting. Now let's specify who this expense was paid to by clicking on the Payee tab and selecting the appropriate person or company. If this expense is tied to a particular client, click on the Expected Customer box to make that association. Next, we need to choose a payment account. This will tell the system from which account the funds were originally drawn. In this case, you can select cash and cash equivalents. Setting up information like the payment date is important too. Click on the payment date field, then select the calendar icon to choose the appropriate date from the pop-up calendar. With the basics out of the way, let's move on to how you paid for this expense. Click on the payment method and select cash or any other method you used from the options provided. If you have multiple business locations, selecting the right one is crucial for correct tracking. Click on location and choose the site that's applicable for this particular expense. To further categorize your expense, click on the category section. From here, select the most relevant category that applies to your transaction. This is usually something like office supplies or travel, so pick one that best fits your purchase. You should also provide a brief description of the expense for easier recollection later. In the description field, type in a few words that encapsulate what the expense was for. Then input the monetary amount involved in this transaction. Adding tax details can be crucial depending on your local sales tax requirements. You have the option here to add tax by clicking on Exclusive of Tax, or to exempt the expense from tax by selecting Out of Scope of Tax. To ensure you're tracking this transaction accurately, click on the gear icon at the top right corner. There should be an option to check a box for tracking expenses. Make sure it's turned on, as that keeps a record for you. You also have the option to make expenses or items billable if that's necessary for your business process. Finally, after you've reviewed all details, you can close this form. Hit the Save and Close button to store your reimbursable expense, and just like that, you've successfully recorded an expense in QuickBooks Online. By following these steps, managing your finances becomes an organized and traceable affair, simplifying your accounting work down the road.